Hello, I'm Mary Helen Dara with Women in the Driver's Seat, and today we are speaking with Jera Stewart, the one and only owner of Jera's Heavenly Suite. Jera's Heavenly Suite captures the hearts and taste buds of our community, and I cannot wait to speak with this phenomenal woman. Let's get on inside. I am with Jera, and she is with Jera's Heavenly Suite. Ms. Stewart, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely.
And please tell us a little bit about the history of the business, but I understand there's a very interesting personal history of how you went from news reporter to having this incredible suite place.
Thank you for asking. I have this life that, now that I look back on it, it is kind of interesting. I came to Toledo back in 1982. I came here to be a news reporter, a television news reporter. I came here from Fort Worth, Texas, which is where my mom was from, and that's where our family was from. And I was working at a TV station there, but I was beginning. I just graduated from college in communications, which is another long story, but went to Denton, North Texas State University in Denton, Texas, got my degree, and within a couple of months of graduating, I got this job at Channel 5 in Fort Worth, which is an NBC affiliate, as a gopher, basically. You go for coffee, you go for other people's lunches, and it's like, oh, no, I'm going to do more than that. So I started learning how to edit videotape. I learned how to edit, so I became an editor. Then I was editing other people's stories. I decided, well, I want to be a reporter. I can do that. And so my boss said, well, you need to go away for a couple of years, go 2 years, get some on-air experience, and then come back, and we'll hire you as a reporter. So that's what I did. So I sent out 3 tapes, and one of them was to Toledo, Ohio, and that's how I ended up here at Channel 13. Yeah, as a news reporter.
That's
and did
amazing.
that for a couple of years.
Okay, so how did you segue from that to this sweet place?
You know what? Baking has always been my passion, the love. I think that's what I did for therapy. Maybe did it to relax. My mom loved to bake, and my dad loved sweets. So watching that dynamic go on for years, and then we would bake together for holidays. My mom, bunch of cakes, all kinds of cakes, and always from scratch. Later on in life, she started using box, and I was like, "Ma, what are you doing here?" She's like, "Yeah, girl, just keep living."
Yeah.
It was easier to do box cakes, but she started off doing scratch. So she taught me and gave that passion to me.
Wonderful.
And that's how I love to bake. So it was always something that I did on the side, and I would take baked goods into work. I would take them after I got married, started having children. Met my husband here. He was a Toledo native. Got here. I only really planned to be in Toledo for 2 years, and then I was going to go to California.
It's been how long?
Since 1982. So
whoa,
that's a long
yes,
time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how long have you been in the driver's seat of this establishment? I know you opened right around the whole COVID experience, as I recall, because I need a 12-step program for baked goods, so I was anxiously awaiting your opening. And so how long have you actually been?
We've been here since we moved in here the January of 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, 2020, yeah.
Okay.
So I started I had a downtown bakery first. Actually, I was a home-based bakery for years. I got a license, and so I was allowed to bake from home for years under a cottage license from the Department of Agriculture. I outgrew that. My home I had baked goods everywhere. My whole family was involved in it. I felt like a big pregnant woman. It was like they were saying, wait. It's like, no, I'm about to bust here. I needed more space. I needed more everything.
Yes.
So I found a downtown location, which was
I remember that one.
in the Fifth Third Bank building on Summit. And that was a wonderful, wonderful experience.
Yes, it was for me. For those who were indulging in your sweets.
So that was in 2017 that I started there, and then in the January 2020 is when I moved over to my new location. And I moved over after COVID hit.
Yeah.
After COVID hit, and here I had a built-in clientele with the bank customers and the bank employees. Imagination Station was right there. The Renaissance Hotel was right there, and all my downtown. It was a built-in, wonderful, wonderful clientele. But when COVID hit and everybody went home to work, I had no more customers.
Right.
So I had to find somewhere else, and happened under this place.
Now,
Long
is
story.
there still family involved with you?
I have my youngest daughter works with me full time.
wonderful.
Bless her heart. It's a good. We have some days I look over at her and I'm mad at her and she's mad at me about something or other. But for the most part, it's beautiful. It really it's great. We look over at each other and get excited, especially when there's a bunch of people in here and there's a lot of noise and it's like this is what I've
Great energy.
envisioned. This is what I've dreamed of for
Great.
years. Yeah.
What are some of the challenges and also the rewards of being a business owner?
Gosh, the challenges balancing life and work. There is no balance. When you're a business owner, it's all on you. You have to make it work. So it's a part of everything you do all the time. And it can't be. You really have to do some separation. And I'm learning to do that. I'm learning to get away. I'm learning to just close shop for a couple of days and say, hey, I'm going on vacation, and do that.
Good for you. Good for you.
That's one of my biggest challenges is balancing life, regular life, and time and work.
All right. Well, the Taylor Automotive family is very big into giving back to the community, and I know you are as well. Could you tell us a few things that you're passionate about or that you help out with in the community?
I am passionate about anything that has to do with children, especially young women. I really have a passion for young women to know their worth, that you are so worthy. Don't let this world beat you up and tell you that you're not. You've got so much. So anything having to do with young women or women in general, just getting a ground of who they are, getting established in. I am special. I am something special. And so anything having to do with the YWCA, we raised a bunch of feminine hygiene products one time and donated those to them. We've done, we do Zoo to Do. We've done Zoo to Do for years now. We're getting ready to do the Boys and Girls Club, what is it called? Barefoot on the Beach. We're getting ready to do that. Schools, a number of different kinds of schools that come to us for different things. I can't give to everything.
Right.
But if there are children involved,
it's your soft
yeah,
spot.
we kind of get it. That's kind of where I get involved with the youth. What's it? Youth today. They have the fundraiser. Last year we did the eating thing, the restaurant week.
Oh yes.
We did that.
Yes.
And that was fun, but it was also for a great cause. Yeah. So, but my most special thing that I really really like is we do Cakes for Kids. It's a program.
I know that. That's you were ahead of me here. I was going to ask you about that. It's phenomenal. Please tell us.
It was an idea years ago. I just didn't know how to give it wings. I know that because I'd had friends and known people who had been in the foster care program for years, and they didn't get to celebrate their birthdays. Not because nobody cared, but just because their lives were in turmoil so much and they were moving and there was so much going on all the time that a lot of times their birthdays got overshadowed. And to have a cake with their name on it, I remember how special that was always to me as a child and to my kids. To have a birthday cake and everybody's looking at you and you blow out the candle and it's your name on it, it's your cake, it's your day.
You have ownership, yeah.
Exactly. And you're somebody. You are somebody. So it came up with the idea of let's do cakes for foster kids who, and donate them. Good friend of ours, Kevin Mullen, who is a fundraiser, he got right on it. He heard my presentation somewhere and said, I can help you with that. It's like he gave it wings. So we make cakes for birthday cakes, beautiful specialty birthday cakes for Cakes for Kids. And we don't get to know who the kids are. We just get to know their first name and what their favorite color is and what their favorite flavor is. And we give them a choice of 3 flavors and then we bake it. My daughter decorates and yeah, that's something very special to us.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
You have a young woman in front of you thinking about being in the driver's seat of her own business or organization. Any words of advice?
If you have a passion for it, you better have a passion for it if you're going to get involved in it, because it does. It sucks everything out of you, but it gives you back so much as well. Do it. You will regret it if you don't. At least try it. If you try it and it's like, yeah, I thought it was for me, it's not. But you got to try it. You'll never know, and if you don't try it, you will regret it. I waited until I was 60 years old.
That's incredible.
Before I actually got a brick and mortar building. It's like, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be getting ready to retire right about now, and here I am. My life is ramping up, but I love it. And it is a passion. It's what keeps me going. I went through a really rough time 2 years ago when my husband died suddenly, and having a bakery, having this I had to keep alive, like it was a baby or something. I had to keep it alive. It helped keep me going. I know it's what helped keep me from crawling up and going away, and disappearing, because it gave me a passion. So yes, young ladies, if you have a passion for something, and you might not think it's very special, but other people say, oh gosh, you do that so well, and you'll think, that's what I used to think, it's just baking. But it's not just
It's
baking.
not just
a
baking.
gift.
It's a gift,
And
yes.
every one of us has different gifts. Every one of us, God has given us something to use for other people. And it's not just for me to hoard, it's to share. So yeah, go for it. Go for it.
All right, those are great words of inspiration. Thank you, Jera, so much for being with us today, and
thank
good luck to
you.
you. And I know what I'm going to do now. Go up to the counter and sample your amazing sweets. So thank you again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Jera, for being on the show today. You are so inspiring and motivational. Please tune in next time as we drive forth and see who else is in the driver's seat leading and positively impacting our community.